Hey guys, it's me again, and I just wanted to get on here today and talk about the Declaration of Independence, and sort of criticize it. I'm not gonna say anything that hasn't been said before about um the document by someone like me, right? But I still wanted um to do it. Specifically, I wanted to look at its most famous line. Um we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And that's a great line. What can I say? I don't think anyone can look at that line and say that it isn't based. It is based, but I mean, at the same time, it should probably have a ton of asterisks next to it. And just to be clear, guys, like I'm I'm not here to ride John Hancock's, okay? If you want that, go watch Shen Bapiro and Cucker Tarlson. Um, but yeah, I mean, let's be honest, guys. They didn't mean all men, and they certainly didn't mean women. I mean, at the time, um, the the peculiar institution of the South was still in effect, and you know, a lot of them were benefactors of that system. Um, and its principal writer, Thomas Jefferson, certainly was. And this just goes to show, guys, like, as I said before, money and the desire of it is still the root of all evil. Because they upheld that central hypocrisy of the Declaration of Independence principally because of the profit motive of that peculiar institution of the South. And to be frank, as a person of color, I know that I certainly was not included in that. There's no way I was included in that. Sure, I probably could have voted by passing because I do pass, but let's be honest, brothers and sisters. If they took one look at my family tree, it would have been over. If they took one look at my dad, it's over. But yeah, guys. I will say this about the Constitution, and I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. Or, I'm sorry, not the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and later on, the Constitution. And it's this, that at the very least, even though it took a long time, right? It took, if we use 1619, as a starting date, including British colonial times, it took like almost 350 years to abolish the peculiar institution of the South. But at the very least, even after the you know what in 1865, there were mechanisms to amend the Constitution, and they were there since the beginning, right? The Constitution has a clause which allows for the calling of constitutional conventions to change it and to amend it, right? And not all of those amendments have been correct. The most recent one that comes to mind is the one establishing prohibition. But at least it's possible, and it's not a light thing to do, right? I believe it requires, for a constitutional convention to be called, it requires 2/3 of the members of Congress, or 2/3 of the legislatures in the states to be able to call it, to approve a convention to change the Constitution and to actually pass it. I believe it's something more like 3/4. So it's difficult, but at least it's still there. And you know, I like being an American. It's given me so much, but that doesn't mean that, number one, there still aren't problems that need to be fixed. There are, obviously. But number two, I'm glad that there is a mechanism that can allow it to be fixed legally. Obviously, having society catch up to legal innovations and having custom change is a different story, but I'm grateful that there is at least the legal mechanism there. Alright, bye, guys.